Hey, good morning, warriors. Just want to go live on this Saturday. I'm going to start doing more casual live videos like this. What you see in your mind. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. If you're jumping on live right now, this is live. I'm going to be answering a few questions out there. We got our Warrior Academy. What time is it right now? 6:28. So I got about 15 minutes to go live with you guys. I'm going to share a little bit of news, and I'm going to share with you how 99% of people are going to miss the biggest shift in generational wealth. And I'm confidently bringing you this information. I want this on video. I want people to hear this. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to make an announcement tomorrow that is going to blow your mind. We have two interviews coming up next week. One is a CEO of a very large company, or not, I wouldn't say large company, but a revolutionary company coming up. And my Tuesday interview coming up is going to shock the living shit out of you guys. So I'm very excited. So this is live, guys. So if you're watching this in the future, I'm going to share a little bit of news, but I'm going to share with you guys how most of you are going to miss the biggest opportunity. A lot of you are part of the XRP Army or the XRP community, right? And some of you are watching this in the future. But I'm going to share with you a couple bits of news, and I'm going to give you my sentiments on what is happening, okay? And I'm going to share with you what I think is going to happen, and I'm going to share with you why I'm in the crypto space and why I'm such a huge fan of XRP. But you're seeing this right here. It says right here, the Fed says surge in crypto prices will reflect increase in risk appetite. So right now, here's how it works, warriors. Number one, they resist it. Number two, this is how life works. Number two, they regulate it, they sue it, then they regulate it. And number three, they join it. So we're in between number two and number three. And so what you're going to see is a bunch of FUD. Now, remember, the billionaires are not doing what you're doing. That's why 1% of the population owns 97% of the wealth. Think about it. If the news gave you the information that you needed to know, wouldn't you agree that 1% of the population would not control 97% of the wealth? If you were taking advice from news stations, these stock talking heads, Mad Money and all this stuff on how to do your stocks, and why aren't every one of these people rich? Think about that. You buy the rumors, you sell the news. You buy the rumors, you sell the news, okay? So all this stuff is coming out, all this FUD, but I want to show you some things that are happening right now within the marketplace. So Wells Fargo closing all personal lines of credit. Now, this is a really important small signal of what's coming, warriors. The last time this happened was in 2008, the housing crash. Now, why does a bank do this? Now, remember, I was 12 years in banking, went to executive banking school. I know how to scale banks. I understand banks very, very well. That's why XRP, XLM are two of my favorite cryptocurrencies, because I understand if I owned a bank, I would get XRP up and running right away. I'd be in an amazing race to get XRP protocol running through my bank so I could become the best in customer service. I would hire a crazy good marketing team. I would start to custody people's cryptocurrency, and I would get things set up as quick as possible. And I would close branches, brick and mortars. I would increase ATMs, customer service, and marketing. That's what I would do. I went through the executive banking model. I learned how to scale banks. And, years and years ago, we were already working on fintech. But this right here is a signal, warriors. This is a signal that things are coming. Okay. Now, here's another signal for you guys. And I'm going to share with you guys my XRP narrative. Okay. So Buffett indicator. This is really important to understand, warriors. So Warren Buffett is one of the most respected investors in the world. We all know who Warren Buffett is, okay? Now, Warren Buffett recently, within the last year, has capitulated quite a bit, if that's the right word, capitulated, has changed his sentiment, right? He has Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, who are very, very, they're up in there, I think they're almost 90 years old, right? Now, if a 90-year-old gentleman can change his narrative to be calling people gold bugs, to starting to invest in gold mines, to closing most of his position in most bank stocks, but increasing his position by 10% in Bank of America. That was an interesting move, right? So his number one holdings, Apple technology. Number two is Bank of America. Who's connected to Bank of America? I've been showing you words. Ripple. I showed you the patent technology in diagram 7 that actually has Bank of America or Ripple listed, and it shows the Ripple coin moving across the interledger protocol. Okay, so the Warren Buffett indicator, the stock market is overvalued. What is the date of this? This is as of July 1st, 2021 at 234%. So you got Wells Fargo announcing they're shutting down personal lines down. Now, why would they do that? So if you don't understand a lot about banking, so you have personal loans and lines are not backed by anything, right? So what that tells us is that they're signaling that they know something's coming, that people are not going to be able to pay those back. So if people can't pay those back, you can't take anything from somebody, right? So there's no collateral. Now, they're not going to shut down auto loans, because if you don't pay your auto loan, they can go get your car, they can sell it and recoup the investment. If you don't pay your home loan, it's a backed loan. You can go take their home, you can sell it and reinvest it. Okay. If you have an asset-backed loan, you can take the asset from the person because you're holding it. You're holding their asset hostage, right? So that's what wealthy people do, is they take assets, they get credit, they rebuy assets, right? Okay, so right now we're sitting in a 234% overvalued stock market. We have companies who are valued at billions of dollars that are not increasing any GDP, which is gross domestic product. Okay, so why are you talking about this and going into XRP? So let me share with you why I think XRP is going to be the biggest missed opportunity for human beings. Number one, if you're in the XRP Army, you have to realize you are a small percentage of the population. Go look at XRP richest list. Very few people are invested in XRP in the world. It's under 1% of the human population is invested in XRP. That's number one. Number two, it has not hit its all-time high in this bull market. Number three, they have met with the SEC since their inception. Number four, the players in the game, you have to understand who they are, where they came from, and where they've moved to. So let's talk about the players in the game, and let me talk about what I think is happening, like a bow and arrow being pulled back. And I believe most people are going to miss, and XRP Army is going to become some of the richest, wealthiest people in the world. Some of us are going to end up like Jeff Bezos. Think about that. Some of us are going to have those moments because we stayed faithful, we stayed committed. You're going to be shocked who I'm going to interview on Tuesday. Many of you love this person dearly. So listen, think about the people in the game. I'll walk you through this predictive programming. They repeat the same things over and over again. Brian Brooks, the head of the OCC, left the OCC to become the CEO of Binance US, a cryptocurrency exchange. Number two, Jay Clayton. So here's the people involved. Jay Clayton, okay? So Jay Clayton was the head of the SEC. On December 18th, New River Capital increased their position in Bitcoin and Ethereum by $600 million, okay? Jay Clayton, 2 days later, 18th, 19th, 20th, 4 days later, launches an SEC lawsuit. I'll never forget it. On December 22nd, I was sitting in quarantine because we own a physical place. I had to quarantine myself, and my phone explodes. The SEC lawsuit. So Jay Clayton launches an SEC lawsuit on December 22nd, 2021. By December 23rd, he announces his abrupt leaving the SEC, and by March 21st, they announced that Jay Clayton is consulting for New River Capital that increased their position in Bitcoin and Ethereum by $600 million. So now you had Brian Brooks, who left the OCC, who became the head of Binance US. You have Jay Clayton, who threw out the SEC, the Ripple lawsuit, who left the SEC to become a consultant or an advisor for New River Capital, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. XRP gets suppressed. We got more players to talk about. You have Gary Gensler, who's a top MIT professor for cryptocurrency, becomes the head of the SEC. Okay, so now you have a cryptocurrency professor who's now the head of the SEC. You got Brian Brooks positioned at Binance US. You got Jay Clayton positioned at New River Capital. You got Gary Gensler, now the head of the SEC, and it goes deeper, Warriors. Then we have Rosie Rios, the head of the Treasury, who signed your $100 bill, who said, I'm responsible for bringing in a new era of currency, and now sits on the board of directors for Ripple XRP, and said the freight train has left the building. It's already left the building, Warriors. Why would Rosie Rios risk her illustrious career to go be part of a company that's going to collapse in America by an SEC lawsuit. You have to really think about that. Okay. Think about that. Why would she risk her illustrious career signing the $100 bills to go sit on the board of directors for Ripple? There's another gentleman on the board of directors for Ripple was part of Executive Order 13772. Go look up that executive order and tell me what you find. Do some research, warriors. Executive Order 13772. There's a person on the board of directors for Ripple who was involved in creating that executive order. Go read it and tell me what cryptocurrency you find and what the bill is about. So now that's the players in the game, okay? If that doesn't give you enough ammo, I don't know what does. But let's talk about how things work. Amazon got sued and has become became the richest people in the world off Amazon. Tesla got sued by the SEC, and people who invest in Tesla are some of the richest people in the world. And now Ripple, one of the biggest cases in crypto history, is pulled back like a bow and arrow, has not hit its all-time high. Behind the scenes, they have the ability to change the world and leave a dent in the universe through cross-border payments and remittances. And when they release that, in this case, all of a sudden, this flaming arrow is going to come so fast, and you're going to have people rushing. I need XRP. Oh my God. And you are going to sit there, put your hands back and be like, I invested in the best asset in the world, the new asset class since the 1600s that is going to change the fucking world. Warriors, I had to do this message. I need this in the history books. This is probably going to get taken down, but you are about to miss the biggest. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if I'm right, I'm really fucking right, warriors, because I invested a lot of money in XRP and I believe in it. But I'm not foolish. That's not where all my eggs are, warriors. I have 21 cryptocurrencies, fundamental cryptocurrencies, and I teach people freedom. But I had to get this message out to you guys because, warriors, XRP, I believe, is one of the biggest shifts in generational wealth in history. In history. So think about that. We talked about multiple things. Your stock market is overvalued by 234%, the Warren Buffett indicator. They interviewed the lady from the George Soros Foundation, the CIO, and they ask her, she's in Bitcoin. She laughs uncontrollably and changes the subject to CBDCs. 85% of central banks are working to pilot a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, and that changes the whole game, warriors. That changes the whole game. BitBoy Crypto said he saw the white paper in regards to the CBDC, for the stablecoin for XRP. You got XRP, who's already up and running with hundreds of financial institutions. And out of the top 10, 4 of the top 10 financial institutions in the world are working with Ripple and touting their technology. Brad Garlinghouse has sat with Christine Lagarde, the head of the European Union. What other CEO of what other cryptocurrency are you seeing on CNBC over and over again? If they're suing them and they hate Ripple and that Ripple is such a bad company and they're so nefarious and blah, 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 then why would all these companies be interviewing them? Why would these massive companies like SBI be using them? Think about that. Whereas use your thinking cap. You're being fudded. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You have these TikTokers who are spending their time trying to take down XRP Ripple for what? What is the point of that? What is the point of that? So stop getting caught up in maximalist, Bitcoin, XRP, ADA. Build a fundamental portfolio, warriors. But I wanted to express how I feel about XRP. Now, why do I feel this way? Let's get to the foundation of why I feel this way, warriors. I'm an ex-banker. I started as a personal banker. I moved up into branch management. I moved up into the executive ranks, vice president. I got to go through something pretty wild in the banking system. One of the reasons why I left the banking system. I went to what's called CBA, Executive Banking School. You learn how to scale banks. It's a certificate program. I have a 4-year degree in business. I've owned multiple companies, and where I learned is I failed at multiple companies, and now I have a very successful business. I built $1 million company, so I built my first $1 million company. I'm invested in cryptocurrency. I'm not telling you guys I have a robust portfolio. I'm not a multi-millionaire. I'm on my way, warriors. If everything works out the way it is, I'm one of the hardest working people in the world. But what I learned was in banking school is that our system is very, very flawed. Okay, and I understand how to scale banks. And I'll tell you what. You can talk all the shit you want, TikTokers, back and forth, going on and on. But XRP and their technology literally solves the problem that banks have right now. They're literally getting squeezed. Their profit. So if you understand banking, that's why I love XRP. Their profit margins are being squeezed and being squeezed and being squeezed. And now Wells Fargo signal that they're going to stop personal loans tells me that, hey, listen, we're having a squeeze here. We're getting scared. So what do you need in a business to run it? Capital and leadership. So leadership is moving towards fintech. That's why Bank of America has the most cryptocurrency patents. That's why Wells Fargo's invested $5 million into a cryptocurrency platform. That's why their rich clients can invest in Bitcoin. That's why Chase Bank has implemented JPM coin. That's why some top 4 banks in the world are invested in Ripple and using XRP. And all the other top 10 banks within that protocol are using some sort of, or working on some sort of distributed ledger technology warriors. This is what you need. You need to understand wise counsel, not pump and dumps, not Shiba, not Doge, not Elon Musk telling you what the next freaking thing is through a signal and having to look up geometry and do all this stuff. Whereas you have to understand fundamentals and how businesses work. And the billionaires aren't getting into pump and dumps. Warren Buffett isn't sitting there wondering if his Shiba coin is going to explode. He has invested in fundamental things that are going to change the world. And this is the biggest shift in generational wealth in fucking history. Hands down in history. So I'll leave you with this. You have to ask yourself, 10 years from now, what are you going to say to your kids? What are you going to say to your grandkids? What are you going to say to your friends? There's going to be 2 types of people. There's going to be the person sitting on their porch, rocking back and forth, and being like, I took advantage of the biggest shift in general. I'm not even just talking about XRP. I'm going to be the person that's saying, hey, listen, I took advantage of the biggest shift in generational wealth, and I'm a legend now. And I've helped millions of people all over the world create freedom. Or, just like the Bitcoin, a lot of Bitcoin people you hear, oh man, I could have had Bitcoin at 30 cents. I could have bought Bitcoin at 100. I could have bought Bitcoin at 200. Oh man, I had 10 Bitcoin and I sold it. You hear all the stories like, stop. I don't even want to hear about it. Like, make a decision, warriors. So here's what I did. A year and a half ago, I lost all my money and I got fucking disciplined. I moved in with my parents. At 43 years old, I moved back in with my parents, got divorced, went through a process. You know, the divorces are hard, right? So I moved in with my parents. I had the ability to do that. And so I moved in and I got freaking crazy discipline. And I flipped. I did the Gary Vee thing. I started flipping stuff. I went to, there's some of my video. There's a video out there on my YouTube. I flipped a vacuum. I freaking took $20 profit and boom, just started flipping. You know, I had thank God I had crypto. Our business got shut down because of C word and I got crazy discipline. And in a year and a half, I have completely changed my life through cryptocurrency. The reason why I'm bringing this video up right now, because the prices are suppressed. In the next 50 days, in my opinion, not financial advice, I believe in the next 50 days, there'll never be a buying opportunity at these levels again in history. That's just my opinion. Don't take my advice. I have a technical analysis team. We all have different opinions. There's a couple things that are coming up that I see, okay? Number one, I was introduced to the Shemitah recently. The Shemitah is September 6th or September 9th coming up, which is every 7 years. There's a big financial collapse. And the Shemitah goes from September 6th or September 9th to September 22nd, 2022. So within the Shemitah year, every 7 years, there's some type of collapse. We're also in the 50-year Jubilee. The World Economic Forum was created in 1971, January 1971, and also the gold standards was detached from in August 1971. Now we're in the 50-year Jubilee. We're also in the 7-year Shemitah. There's also the Bitcoin halving that happened on May 20th, 2020, or I'm sorry, May 2020. And every 70,000 blocks from the Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin goes parabolic. We also go into that in September. Okay. I still think it's going to follow the same cycle. September is going to go parabolic. Bitcoin, everything's going to chase Bitcoin after it comes collapsing down. So Bitcoin's going to go up. That Bitcoin money, that profits are going to come flooding into altcoins because the rich money or the smart money, we're going to take our money. And we're going to wait, and then altcoins are going to go up, and you have to have an exit plan. Warriors. So I just want to share this video with you guys. People ask me about XRP. That's why I'm so strongly into XRP. But I'm also in XRP, XLM, ADA, CRO. That's one of my biggest holdings now, CRO. I'm going to be watching the Conor McGregor fight tonight. You saw Dana White. If you looked at his Instagram, he had a crypto.com shirt on, Warriors. You have to look at fundamentals. So that's what I do, Warriors. That's what I do. I teach people freedom. We have a Warrior Academy. You can click the link down below. You can join our free what's it called? Discord now. You can join our Warrior Academy. I show my portfolio. We built a revolutionary exit strategy you can fill out for yourself. We have cryptocurrency calls. We go live in the Discord 3 times per week. It's all about community and who you surround yourself. Find a good crypto community that's going to support you. Whereas we have one, but it doesn't have to be ours. Find something. Seek wise counsel. Don't listen to people sitting at the barbershop that have invested in just Dogecoin. Look at people who understand the market, who understand what's going on, who are not studying millionaires, but who are studying billionaires. So Warriors, I got to get out there. We got to get our Warrior Academy up and running. We're training live. And you also, in our academy, you get subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision board creation, my 120-day challenge on how I live my life, access to my portfolio, exit strategy, workouts live, nutrition. There's nothing like it in the world. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Oh, great question. They're still not sure how CRO is different from MCO. MCO is gone now. So CRO and MCO combined. So when I first started doing crypto, you had an MCO coin and a CRO coin. So let's see. What if XLM is a stable coin? I think it'll be the same situation as I do have to jump off, guys. Sorry, I should have stopped to answer a question, but I just went off. So like, for example, I think XRP will have it, like BitBoy said, he saw the white paper. XRP will have a stable coin, and XRP will have the bridge currency. That's my opinion. I don't think it's like people are like, they're going to take people are saying they're going to take our XRP. Like, if someone explained, nobody's come back and explained to me how they're going to do that and why they would do that. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they take all your crypto? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody's ever given me a good reason how or why they would take all our XRP. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I got to get out there and help train and get ready to rock and roll. Everything's in the description down below. Don't forget, I have a podcast, the Coach JV podcast. It's non-PG podcast. I go off every single day, 8 to 12 minutes. We're also going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada next weekend, July 17th, Circa Hotel and Pool, 11 to 4 p.m. We're doing our first meet and greet. If you go to my Instagram page, CoachJV_, all the details are there. As we always say, Warriors, rise. Get your shit together. Make sure you share this video with a friend.